This section discusses the adjustment of dural mechanisms and dural sheet controllers, the regulation of airflow in the sheet feeder, the adjustment and use of the side gauge, and the adjustment of the front gauge. Mechanical dural sheets controlled by the gap between two rollers. Regarding the thickness of the paper, in principle, it allows 2 shades of paper to pass through, while preventing 3 shades from passing. When adjusting, place 2 shades of paper between the 2 rollers, ensuring they pass through normally without triggering the controller, and 3 shades cannot pass through normally. On the sheet feeder table, the airflow is primarily regulated by 3 settings. 1 is the downward suction airflow adjustment for the vacuum belt. This airflow regulation is further divided into 2 segments: the front and the middle sections with adjustments based on the thickness of the paper. Thinner paper requires less airflow, while thick paper needs more airflow. Additionally, there is a roll of suction in front of the front gauge with similar adjustment. For thin and thick paper, thinner paper requires less airflow, while thick paper needs more airflow. Adjusting the side gauge primarily involves making size adjustments on the CP window console after inputting the paper size. The side gauge will automatically adjust to the correct position. The second adjustment pertains to a knob on the side gauge, which contains a spring. The thickness of the spring determines the force with which the side gauge pulls the paper. Typically, thin paper uses a thinner spring, while the thick paper requires a thicker spring. Adjusting the front gauge is also primarily carried out on the CP window console. The main adjustment is for the height of the front gauge. Normally, by inputting the thickness of the paper, the height of the front gauge will automatically adjust. Typically, an increase in paper thickness by 0.2 mm is sufficient. When entering special paper conditions, we can adjust the height of the front lay to a more suitable level.